Manipulation exists in everyone's life on the planet. Within the human mind, a few different groups of shortcuts exist that leave us vulnerable to manipulation, and there are countless combinations and variations of these. Many people are even willing to put their lives on the line for them, which is no exaggeration. Some people will pick a job they hate, drink poison, or risk their lives in war. They might even get into an accident on the street completely unaware that they are following through actions of a story they read in the paper the day before. Most importantly, they would be spending money and time. Manipulation is the influence a person uses to try to alter the perceptions or behaviors of others. Often, it's done through underhanded, deceptive, or abusive techniques, but not always. In some people's opinions, when a manipulator advances their own interest using these techniques without consideration for the needs of others, the methods are exploitative. Negative manipulation. This is when you intentionally withhold information from someone to get them to do what you want, play up your own emotions in a false way to persuade someone, or otherwise threaten them indirectly for selfish reasons. Negative manipulation has harmed countless people in the world. Being under the negative manipulation of another person can make you feel like you're crazy, or act in ways that you would normally never act. We will cover this in more detail in later chapters. This method of manipulation relies on hidden agendas, ulterior motives, and attempts to force others to give in to your will. Although the manipulator looks in control and strong on the surface, they often feel very insecure on the inside. Otherwise, they wouldn't need to engage in such behaviors. The actions of these people, such as disregarding and exploiting the rights of other people, are a signal of a lack of health on a mental level. In fact, people who engage in these behaviors have a hard time finding and keeping positive relationships with others. Positive or ethical manipulation. Also known as persuasion or influence, this is when you convince someone to come around to your way of thinking or acting, but in a way that also benefits them. This has a positive rather than a harmful effect. There are a few clear distinctions between negative and positive manipulation, and it's important to make sure you know the difference. Everyone uses positive manipulation and influence to further our own goals with other people, which is perfectly fine and normal. This method of manipulation acknowledges the boundaries and rights of others and uses honest and direct communication. This method of manipulation is a simple way to function efficiently and effectively in your environment, and to benefit and make use of the social order that exists in our world. It recognizes that other people have a basic integrity and a choice of whether or not to follow through with your persuasion attempts. In essence, this acknowledges that each person should be autonomous and acknowledges a baseline of human respect between you and others. We are all social creatures who need each other in one way or another.